I come from?
Come from.
Grandma and Grandpa. Mimi's teaching us about pussies and weenies.
This is a book about you.
Ooh, that looks
and
like Dane.
you.
Pussies and weenies.
We wrote it because we thought you'd like to know exactly where you came from and how it all happened. And we know, because we have children of our own, how difficult it is to tell the truth without getting red in the face and mumbling.
Exactly.
Anyway, before we wrote all this down, we asked some boys and girls your age where they thought they had come from. Dane, where did you come from?
Pussies and weenies.
I came from,
I come from Texas, dude.
I came from Antarctica. From my Christmas tree.
You
I
came-
came from a present.
Okay.
Read it.
And where did you come from, Ian?
Fairy godmother.
Fairy godmother.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
She puked me out.
I think this is probably going to explain how maybe
So you didn't.
you did come from a fairy godmother. Okay. Here's what some of them said. I was brought special delivery by the stork.
Here, show us the
The
pictures.
cat said, oh, and this baby says, the cat brought me in one night, like drug me home off the street. This baby says, Dad got me from the saloon. What's a saloon?
It's like a bar.
Exactly.
Oh.
I was a Christmas present from the fairies. He
That-
said Christmas, you said fairy. Maybe you're right. Mom found me at the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh,
That could be
oh
true.
my
Ooh,
goodness.
yummy.
Here's a picture.
Oh, yummy.
Now you know none of that is
Those are
true.
some sharp tips.
The truth is much more interesting than that. So we'll start at the very beginning. Little people are made by bigger people. Duh.
Not necessarily.
yeah,
Look
yeah.
at all the midgets. Appropriate.
The first thing to know is that babies are made by grown-ups. One of them has to be a woman and one of them a man. In other words, the two people who made you were your mother and your father.
And they weren't that ugly at the time.
They like slap
And
each
I
other's
don't-
butts. And
I don't
magic.
think they played with little boats in the bathtub. But
Yeah, they did.
Mm-mm.
They
They
played
did?
with others. Oh, stinky!
Yeah.
Liam, look.
Come here.
Stinky. Oh yeah.
Now,
All right, go.
now if you put your mother and father in the bath together, you'd notice something interesting. What do you notice about the mother and
It's
the
very
father?
disturbing.
Swing,
Swing,
There
batter,
is
batter,
there
batter,
is
batter.
a
swing.
and also
Book is written in like the 70s.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like there's a
Dr.
ding a
Spock,
ling
right?
ling,
Yep.
and then some
So what's-
milk shooters,
Milk
That's
shoot.
the difference. That's
some
right.
milkshakes.
Shake the
There's some like blobs hanging down, and then there's like a stick and berries. Okay, clicking berries.
They are not made at all the same way. You've probably noticed that already, but you notice it much more when you put them in the bath together. Oh, quite apart from being different sizes, they are different shapes, and they have different parts to their bodies.
Boobies and penises.
What the differences are. This is important because it's the different parts that make it possible for your mother and your father to make you,
Why doesn't it have a tip?
because it's not circumcised.
No, and also it's a bummer.
In fact, it's so important that we've done two big pictures so you can see just what's what. Don't worry if the pictures don't look too much like your mother and father. The important parts are
Looks
the
pretty
same
close.
on all of us, even you. And you.
Does your father have a small penis? Okay, that's right then.
Let's start at the top of the pictures and see what the differences are. First of all, you'll see that the man has a flat chest, but the woman has 2 round bumps on her chest. These bumps have a lot of names. Some people call them
Titties.
What?
Bosom. Bosom?
Bosom.
Bosom.
some people call them bosom, which they say like this, boozum.
Boozum.
Other people call them titties, others boobs. Don't ask why.
Wait, hold on. You have to show the picture to
Oh,
everyone.
all right.
Oh, nice.
Harry!
Yeah, those are
Harry
Potter! Baby making age.
Harry, you're a wizard.
Oh, and breasts. Breasts are another name. But the proper name for them is breasts. And that's the name we want to remember. Breasts. Got it?
Yes.
Not titties, Liam.
When you were just born, your mother's breasts were rather like a mobile milk bar.
Or not.
For the first few months of your life,
Not for you.
the only food you could eat was milk. Because at that time, you didn't have any teeth. So you couldn't eat hot
Okay,
dogs or
can I,
hamburgers.
Can I tell you something funny? So my dad said when his mom was feeding him, he would like
Bite
on her
nipples.
boob.
Yeah,
He would
apparently
bite
he was
Yeah.
too old to be
No,
breastfeeding.
No, when he was 9.
No teeth, you're too old
No,
to be
when he was
Yeah.
9.
That's
Nine
when
years
your
old.
that's when your
No,
dad
no, no.
was 9
I-
years old.
That creeped me out.
Okay, come on, let's start.
Okay.
Your toes in my butthole. Whoa.
It
It is.
Maybe
Look.
move your butthole.
Yeah,
Oh my
What?
god.
What?
Look at this.
Whose toe is it?
Amy's.
Don't worry, I like it. How about this?
That was creepy.
Your toes in his butthole.
he said, don't worry.
Stop it. You like it?
That's not funny. You're ugly.
Stop it.
Oh my god.
You guys are funnier than you look.
Right?
So because you didn't have any teeth at the time,
Now
so
your
you
toes
couldn't
on my
eat-
penis.
No, it is.
Please.
Come on, let's just
Stop.
start.
Okay, so you couldn't eat hot dogs or french fries or candy or anything. You had to drink your food. Well, the milk that kept you alive for the first few months either came from a bottle or your mother's breasts. So it's a quick thank you to breasts before we move on. Thank you, breasts.
Thank you, titties. Thank you so
Take
much,
a look
titties.
further down the
For your
pictures.
bosoms.
You'll see that just below the middle, the woman spreads out,
What?
but the man doesn't.
Oh. The hips.
Oh. No, the
Whatever.
vagina.
Hips.
Oh, hips.
The reason she spreads out there, that part is called the hips, is to make enough room for a baby,
I don't want to spread.
but that comes later. Look further down, between the legs. Both the man and the woman have a lot of furry hair there.
Not.
Don't worry, you'll have some too as you get older.
Me too.
70s.
Liam already has it, he says.
Penis.
Penis.
Starts
the-
with penis.
But the important thing to notice is that the man has something hanging between his legs that the woman doesn't have.
Pen is a penis.
All you boys have one.
A
And yours will
penis.
grow bigger as you grow bigger. Just like breasts, this hanging part has a lot of different names too. But the right name is penis.
Penis.
Although it's spelled P-E-N-I-S, you say
Wang.
penis, like
Penis.
peanuts without the
Penis.
T. So that's what the man has.
Wait, hold on. You want to see what it says?
What's it say?
It gets bigger as you get bigger.
Is there a picture of the penis?
Yeah, there's a picture of the little baby penis.
Oh, so
The
cute.
penis.
What a
Why is
cute
it
little
red?
penis.
Like, does he have a rash or something?
Yeah, maybe.
He likes
That's
big
a-
butts and
That baby's
came out
already
loud.
75 years
That
old.
is
Maybe he's got a son.
Okay, now, vagina.
vagina.
Maybe
Vagina.
that-
Let's make that a
Vagina.
B.
Yeah, vagina.
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 But what does the woman have between her legs?
Vagina.
She has a little opening called the vagina. It rhymes with Carolina.
Maybe not so little.
Vagina Carolina.
Yeah.
Vagina
What the song
Carolina.
me and Carolina's all about.
All right. Now, if you can remember those two names, can you remember those two names?
Penis. Vagina.
Very good.
Penis. Carolina.
We'll get on to how a baby is made. You ready?
No.
Yeah. Yes.
The beginning of a baby. Aw.
Oh, so
What?
romantic.
What happens is this. Let's say the man and the woman are lying in bed together. This part often happens in bed because a bed is so nice and comfortable. The man loves the woman, so he gives her a kiss, and she gives him a kiss, and they hug each other very tight. And after a while, the man's penis becomes stiff and hard and much bigger than it usually is. It gets bigger because it has a lot of work to do.
Well, the word.
So it says that new babies start here. Show the picture. No, show the picture. You have to show this.
Oh,
Got a lot of work to do.
That's the picture.
lots of work to do.
Yeah, you forgot to mention foreplay, Chris. You gotta get
This is
wet.
hilarious.
Kid's crying.
By the time the man wants to get as close to the woman as he can, because he's feeling very loving toward her, and to get really close, the best thing he can do is to lie on top of her.
Like I watched that happen with Donovan.
Ew.
I was in his room playing Fortnite, and then all of a sudden,
Creepy.
yeah.
And then,
I'm sorry.
Oh, Donovan did that to you?
No, his girlfriend.
Oh, Donovan. Oh.
No, Donovan.
Oh.
Dong
yeah.
woman.
All right, go.
Donovan.
the best thing he can do is lie on top of her and put his penis inside her, into her vagina.
Vagina.
Okay, this is the
Show the
closest two
picture.
people can get.
You gotta show the picture.
What?
Here's the picture.
Oh, that is attractive.
Carolina.
Vagina in her penis?
Vagina in
Yeah. Is there a
in
picture
her
of
penis?
his
No.
vagina in her penis?
No.
I wanna know.
Was not.
Making love. This is a very
Slow
nice
yourself
feeling
down.
for both the man and the
I
woman.
wanna know.
He
if there's a
likes
picture
being
of her
inside her,
vagina.
and she likes him being inside her. It's called making love because it all starts with the man and the woman loving each other. It's a difficult feeling to describe, but if you can imagine a gentle, tingling sort of tickle that
Oh my god.
darts in your
Someone
stomach
shoot me.
and spreads all over.
Oh my
That
god.
will give you some
Is that what it
idea.
feels like?
No.
Of
what it's
like.
Close. Oh
And
my
as you know,
God.
when you're feeling tickly, you
No.
wiggle about a bit.
No.
It's just the same
Don't.
here, except it's a special kind of wiggling.
No, it's not.
Go.
It's easier to understand when you realize that the parts that tickle most are the man's penis and the woman's vagina. So most of the wiggling happens down there.
God.
It's a lovely feeling.
Wait, what is this picture?
A baby and its little sister or
No,
something.
but what is that?
I can't.
Oh, that's his belly.
Tummy.
That's his rash.
Oh, I thought that was his penis.
It's a rash.
The man
That's his
pushes
herpes.
his penis up and down inside the woman's vagina,
Whoa.
so that both
Whoa.
the tickly parts are being rubbed against each
Oh
other.
my god.
It's like scratching an itch, but a
Oh my
lot
God.
nicer. This usually starts slowly and gets quicker and quicker as the tickly feeling gets stronger and stronger. Why does the tickling stop?
Yeah, hold her high.
Why does the tickling stop? I don't want to know.
Oh, now you may be thinking,
Please.
if it's so nice, why don't people do it all the time? There are two reasons. First, it's very tiring. More than playing football
Oh my god.
or running or skipping or climbing trees or almost anything. Good as it is, you just can't do it all day long.
Yeah, you can actually.
You can?
Yeah.
If you're on steroids.
Oh.
And if you have a
Steroids.
condom on.
Oh. Okay, what's this say
You
here?
still have to push.
Making love is like skipping. You can't do it all day long.
And the second reason is that something really wonderful happens, which puts an end to the tickly feeling, and at the same time starts the making of the baby. When the man and the woman have been wiggling so hard, you think they're both going to pop. They nearly do just that. All the rubbing up and down that's been going on ends in a tremendously big, lovely shiver. Both of them.
Jiminy Cricket.
Again, it's not easy to tell you what this feels like.
Jiminy
You know how it
Crickets.
is when you have a tickle in your nose for a long time and then you have a really big sneeze? Just like that.
Oh my god.
At the
Tickling
same
your nose
time,
and a big
it's-
sneeze.
Just like that.
And it
Just
makes-
like that.
Crickets.
And it makes you yell out, Jiminy Cricket.
Crickets.
Listen.
I am
Oh,
And
we're
this-
listening.
At the same time, a
yellow.
spurt
Crickets.
of quick, thick, sticky stuff
Jesus.
comes
And
from
it's called sperm.
comes from the end of the man's penis and it goes into the woman's vagina.
No.
What's that say?
That's not happening
feels-
here.
It feels a bit like this, but much better.
Feels a bit like what?
Well,
Sneezing.
believe it or not, this sticky
Wow.
stuff is how you and I and all of us started. It's called semen. And in the semen are sperm.
That's not what we call it at school.
They
What do
call
you
it
call it?
cum.
Come.
Well, it has
That's
lots
not
of
what we
names.
call it.
Well, you're in fifth
Playground
grade.
or the school time.
Mommy,
Oh my
Mommy,
gosh.
you know that's what it feels like, and you just don't want to say it.
Yeah,
You
me
and Rich do it all the time.
What?
Yeah. I hear. In their room at night. Literally, I'm not lying.
Fart?
All I hear is
You should have wrote the book.
is all I hear in their room.
No, wait, there's gotta
Yes,
be.
that's what
No,
I
there's
hear.
gotta be one more thing in here.
That
Then
way-
you hear somebody yell out, Jiminy Cricket.
No,
No.
and then
Jiminy
so this is what it sounds like.
Okay, everyone can leave.
Why
You've
is
been
Rich,
exposed, Mommy.
Daddy, go harder.
Oh my god, he just made that
So,
No, he didn't make that up.
No one says daddy.
who's your daddy?
No, everyone. Literally, that's what I hear in the room at night. This is what I hear.
Says that.
This is what I
No
hear.
one says daddy go harder.
Yeah, everybody at school says it.
yeah, you hear it at school. Well, it's not.
Yeah, it doesn't happen
Listen.
here.
Doesn't happen here.
Dan, Dan, you have to make the bed creak. Oh,
that noise?
Right?
And mommy.
Oh, I know.
Mommy makes noise.
No, we,
I just make one noise when they sleep.
Goodness. Yeah.
Sleep apnea.
Rich makes a lot of noise when he sleeps.
Do you hear Leo?
That is what I hear.
Bad.
that's the bad
No.
baby.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
You've been exposed
I
to
did that book
You
in
can-
You guys are making up stories.
Daddy.
Oh
I
my
know you're trying to
god.
sleep. He goes to sleep.
Mommy,
Yeah, you liar.
No, he does.
It's because he is used to doing that with Tammy.
I thought you had your
Oh.
tubes tied.
I did.
Okay.
Okay, what?
So you trying to have a baby?
No, I'm
No,
not trying
all
to
I hear is just.
Okay.
Daddy.
There's Daddy involved in this.
Wait, so it does happen.
What does
Ah!
You guys are making up stories.
Rich is just sad that he's been exposed
No.
for all the.
You guys are creeps.
You don't make those sounds. You
Yeah,
you
guys are
do.
creeps because you're making it up.
Mommy's hair is made out of sperm.
Maybe it's
It's all the sperm
Mommy's
that's
what?
been saved up.
Your hair.
made out of sperm.
And that's all
Okay,
the
read
sperm.
it.
Okay.
Auntie's loving this.
Oh my god.
Funny.
Auntie is having a blast.
Dying.
Look at her.
So is there still some?
Yes, the romantic
We're reading.
sperm.
You guys,
Each
quiet audience.
drop of semen is actually made up of hundreds and thousands
No babies.
of smaller drops of sperm, which you can only see under a very powerful microscope. And
Like
what they
tadpoles.
get up to is quite amazing. After leaving the man's penis, the sperm make their way up the woman's vagina, like a tiny tadpole swimming up a stream. What they're hoping to find is one of the eggs that the woman produces inside her body every month. If one single sperm
Oh,
meets,
is that what a period is?
Yep.
yeah,
Oh.
if one single sperm meets one single egg, they have a romance of their own. This is called fertilization, and the result of it is the beginning of a baby. If two sperm meet two eggs, the result is
Twins.
twins. 3 sperm and 3 eggs,
Our
triplets,
triplets.
and so on. The sperm and the egg
Quadruples.
combine to make a tiny person. It's so small that not even the mother knows if it's there for a few weeks.
Oh yeah.
From a speck to a baby
I haven't seen her with clothes on for a while.
in 9 months.
Just plug in those.
But very, very slowly it grows inside of the mother. We should really give it a name, but we're not sure if it's a boy or a girl yet. Gets its food from the food the mother eats. It stays safe and warm in a place inside the mother called the womb.
No, not after I hear all that in the bedroom.
You don't hear anything. You're making up stories.
No,
Let her
all I
listen.
hear. Liam,
Let
haven't
her
you
listen-
heard it?
Let her listen to this.
Once,
Let her read the
right?
story.
It's not that hard. Plug it in.
And I actually.
Plug what in?
But hold
The
on.
garland over there.
Rich, you cannot lie about this. It's because I saw with my eyes when I went into your room, Rich was right on top of Mommy.
No,
Literally, I'm not lying.
you are.
No, so I was like this.
This is why I didn't have kids. They would out me on everything.
And then I went to use that bathroom. Where's your phone charger?
Turn that garland on.
Okay, read it.
What is that?
Well, that's the
The
biggest
green
cock blockers too.
underneath.
Plug in, dude.
This?
Underneath the green one, please. Thank you.
Okay, so
Oh, thank you.
the little cells that we don't know what they are yet stay safe and warm in a place inside the mother called the womb.
Womb.
And over a period of 9 months, the speck changes from almost nothing into a full-fledged baby, all ready to come into the world. You might like to know what happens during those 9 months. So we've done a month-by-month chart to show you how an unborn baby grows.
First month. Second
Yeah.
month. Third
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
Ooh.
First month, the baby, let's say it's a girl, spends her first month growing from a dot you can hardly see into a little girl measuring about the size of one of your teeth. Wow. As small as she is, she already has a backbone and the first beginnings of arms,
And
legs,
butt bones.
nose, and eyes. She even has a heart that's beating. Second month. By the time the second month has passed, our baby not only has arms and legs, she has fingers, toes, elbows, and knees, and a definite little face.
Aww.
Third month. This is the time when the baby starts to develop her shouting equipment.
Her lungs.
She begins to
vocal cords?
form her vocal cords, which she's going to need when she starts yelling for dinner. Fourth month, she's now become a pretty good size, about as big as your mommy's hand. She's also getting more lively, and by the end of this month, it's usually possible for the mother to feel her moving about. Later on, you can put your hand on a mother's stomach and feel the baby yourself.